Lifestylians, what's up? Kingdom Barber here, back with another video. Today's video is going to be on a product called the Blur Guard, which is going to be this package right here, guys. So I had this in the shop for about a couple of weeks now, got a chance to use this on one of my clients, and I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts whether we should crown or trash this product right here, guys. So before we get into this, you already know what to do. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up if you like the content, and follow me on my Instagram page at Kingmelifestyles. So without further ado, let's get to that intro. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So we are talking about the new product I received from Blur Guard. Now, I actually purchased this on their website, which I will leave that link in the description, guys, if you guys are interested in getting one of these. Now, what this is basically a cutting guard that you put on your clipper, and you go from a half to a 1.5. It's kind of like the Andis Phat Master blade that I love to use. You guys been watching my channel, you know that I am an advocate for the Andis Phat Master blade. I actually had that on my Stylecraft Rebel clipper. I just love it, guys. So when I heard about this guard here, I'm like, well, you know, I've got to definitely try that. Unfortunately, they discontinued the Andis Phat Master blade. I hope they bring it back. Until then, we have the Blur Guard. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna head over to my unboxing station, open this up, and take a look at this Blur Guard, guys. So let's get right to it. So here it is, guys, the Blur Guard. Let's take it out this package. All right, so taking a look at this guard. So yeah, this cutting guard is gonna come in a lime green. The teeth are gonna be pretty sturdy. As far as the guard itself, it's also sturdy as well. It doesn't bend easily. So there's like no number or anything on here. Right here, you're gonna see the blur that's going to be kind of cut out on this cutting guard. On the side view, you can see how wide the guard is. So just to kind of compare it to the Wall Premium guards right here, you can see the side view here. And so that's pretty much it as far as the guard, nothing else really. So let's see what clippers can fit this guard. So here's going to be the Babyliss FX clipper. Let's try it. So it fits on there pretty snug. So for some weird reason, it doesn't really fit this clipper. Like, so when I put it on and I turn it on, it won't even turn on. Then I take it off. So I don't think it fits the FX, at least not this FX clipper. Okay, so next we have the Andis Masters. Let's try this on this. So this one doesn't fit on the Andis Masters at all. I think this blade is a little too big for this guard. We have the Wall clipper. Fits on there pretty smooth. Let's turn it on and see if it works with it. Okay. All right, so it fits on the Wall clippers. This is gonna be the Saber by Stylecraft. Let's see if it fits. So it fits on there pretty smooth as well. So because I feel like I have this clipper zero gap, like flush, because it's probably hitting the guards, you hear that loud sound when it's closed versus when it's open, because the teeth are hitting the guard, but it does fit the Saber clipper. And also I want to compare it to the Andis Phat Master blade. So I have this Andis Master again on the Rebel clipper, which is one of my favorite clippers right now, guys, especially with having this fat blade on it. Just works perfectly together. So if this Blur Guard is compatible to the Andis Phat Master blade, then I think we got a winner, guys. So before I give you my final thoughts and opinion whether we should crown or trash the new Blur Guard, I did get a chance to use it on one of my clients, so check this video out. So let's start off with pricing on the new blur guard. Now it's gonna run you around 20 bucks, something like that. I will leave that link in the description below, guys, if you are interested in getting that. So for my final thoughts and opinion about this new blur guard, instead of me telling you my pros and cons about this, I'm just gonna give you my experience using this cutting guard. So the first thing I noticed about this cutting guard is when I used it on a rotary clipper, like my saber clipper or my wall clipper, it was pulling the hair a little bit. So it was not catching the hair at all, and I wasn't able to cut especially thick coarse hair. It was not cutting at all using this cutting guard. What I ended up having to do is use my ergo clipper or my instinct clipper. Those two clippers are magnetic clippers, meaning that the motor's a lot faster. And because the motor's being a lot faster, it's able to catch the hair, and then I was able to use this cutting guard. So that was the first thing that I noticed using the blur guard. So the next thing that I noticed with the new blur guard is when you have it on your clipper with the lever open, I feel like it's a tad bit shorter than you using the Andis Phat Master blade, just by a little bit. It's almost compared to having a one plastic guard on your clipper and you having the lever open. It's almost compared to that, guys. But that was another thing that I noticed using this blur guard. So another thing that I noticed with the blur guard is that even though you are using a magnetic clipper to help feed and cut the hair, you still have to be a little bit slower using this cutting guard. You can't just rip through the hair because this will not cut. Also keep in mind that the Andis Phat Master blade is also a slower blade as well, so you can't rip through the hair with that blade either. You have to be a little bit slower, but compared to the Andis Phat Master blade, I feel like this is a tad bit slower than the Andis Phat Master blade. So the last thing I would say about the new blur guard is that it works very well when you are detailing your client's hair. So after you didn't cut the hair and you put on this cutting guard and you're using it to kind of get out some of those dark lines and spots, I think that this cutting guard works perfectly for that because it does slow you down when you are using your clippers using this guard. I think because of that reason, you are able to detail your work, and I think this really works well with that. So the whole purpose of this cutting guard is so you don't have to use too many cutting guards like the 0, the 1, the 1.5, and the 2. And this eliminates that. That's why I like the Andis Phat Master blade, because I don't have to use cutting guard. I just use my clipper closed, open, and then I use my Andis Phat Master blade closed and open, and then I just blend everything in together. And that's basically what the purpose of this blur guard is, to do the same thing. And does it work? Yes, it definitely does work. It's definitely something that you got to get used to doing. So is this cutting guard worth the price? I think, in my opinion, if this was around $10 to even $15, I think it would be definitely worth the price for this cutting guard. So the big question, are we going to crown or trash this new blur guard? And today, guys, we are going to crown it. I actually do like it, guys. When I was first using it, I hated it. I'm like, okay, this thing is trash right off jump. But then I ended up switching my clippers, using a magnetic clipper, and this thing actually does work. After getting used to it, I learned to love it, and I think it's a crown, guys. But to be honest with you guys, it will not replace my Andis Phat Master blade. We'll put it over this for sure. As an alternative, this is something that you definitely might want to try out for yourself, guys. So that is going to be a wrap on today's video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a video a thumbs up. Also, get in that comment section, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this new blur guard. Is it something you're going to grab or pass? I want to hear your thoughts and opinion about it. And until then, I will see you on the next video.